Yes.
West Indies cricket is all our legacy. It's our energy when we come down there. Time to rally around the West Indies. It's in every creed and race. West Indies are the holy grail. West Indies is where we from. Sunshine and sweet steel drums.
Yes, yes, yes.
We might when the West Indies unite. Everybody charge. West Indies going.
Yes, yes, yes. Back with another video on my way to work, and guess what? Talking about West Indies cricket. We had an embarrassing defeat the other day to England. No joke. That was very, very, very embarrassing. Not even gonna lie. That was very embarrassing. But guess what? We love West Indies cricket, and so no matter what, we're gonna rally. We're gonna rally. We're gonna rally. We're gonna rally full of energy. And today I want to review the ODI series against England, and there are just 3 concerning points to look at for me. Right, 3 points that I think Darren Sammy, the man of data, need to go back to some analysis. So one of the biggest talking point for me today is Shea Hope and his batting position. Now, I understand the rationale on paper as to why Darren Sammy would want Shea Hope to bat at number 3. But here's my at number 4, sorry. But here's my concern with Shea Hope batting at number 4. Darren Sammy is a man driven by data, but so far Shea Hope averages like 60 at the top. What I would want to know is so far since Shea Hope has been batting at number 4, how many times have West Indies been in a position where we're 25 for 2, 20 for 2, and Shea Hope is out in the middle in the 5th over, the 6th over the match, even sometimes before that. So we started this Shea Hope thing at 4 really just before the World Cup qualifiers, right? And to be honest, since Shea Hope has been at number 4, if we've played, let's say 20 ODIs with Shea Hope at number 4, I guarantee at least 70% of the time he's out there before the 5th over or before the 6th over. But most definitely he's 70% of the time out there before the end of the first power play. That's crazy. So either we're gonna say, okay, if Shea Hope is gonna continue at 4 and we're always gonna be 20 for 2, let's change that. Let's make it 70 for 2 in 8 overs. You see how England look at how England play in the power play, right? Jamie Smith and Ben Duckett, they just go hard. A lot of time England lose 1 or 2 wickets in the power play pretty early. Phil Salt, Ben Duckett, it don't matter who's opening, they lose 2 wickets pretty early. But guess what? England for some reason are always quicker than a runner ball. So even if they're 70 for 2 and then they have their stabilizers at 3 and 4, it looks much better than West Indies 20 for 2. We have no identity in terms of how we're going about the power play those first 10 overs. I know Sammy has put in place some stuff in our Super 50 where you want teams to be going pretty much, what is it, run a ball and they get bonus points. So more than 60 bonus points, don't lose a wicket bonus points, stuff like that. But all of that needs to translate now to international cricket. You can clearly see that teams like England and Australia, if you watch the Champions Trophy, Australia gunning down the power play. The man them, they're like 70 for 1, 70 for 2 in the power play, and then they slow down. So again, if we're going to continue with Shea Hope at 4, we need to gun down the power play. So generally speaking, we're losing 2 wickets in the power play. At least let it be a quick power play there. Being a quick power play does not mean bat up and catch cricket. Because look at, I thought England, the way they go about the power play, they go hard, but they're playing the ball on the ground. And they're also playing the ball in the direction at which the ball is coming into the batter. So if the ball is angling in and they play the ball on the leg side, I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's a good shot. That's a right shot for that delivery. It's not like they're trying to manufacture a shot. They're playing based on what is given, what's thrown at them. So, I mean, even though England, they're aggressive, they're not stupid. So I like their intent. So I think that's the first area of concern. Shea Hope batting at 4. Again, one more thing about Shea Hope batting at 4, right? The rationale for Shea Hope batting at 4 was because for the qualifiers, we said that we wanted somebody to combat spin, because we believe that Shea Hope is the best player of spin in the ODI team, which is true. Shea Hope, Casey, Carty, Brandon King, I think they're the best 3 players of spin in our team. And I understand therefore why you'd want somebody like Shea Hope batting at 4. But guess what? The next 50 over World Cup is in South Africa. We saw in England, right? Apart from Adil Rashid, no other spinner really looked threatening. No other spinner. Jacob Bethel, Will Jacks. And if you look at it, we're going to South Africa and Zimbabwe for the next World Cup, right? Meaning you're not going to face a lot of spin in the middle. It's going to be these Liam Plunkett type bowlers in the middle overs, Alzari, Joseph. You notice how West Indies use Alzari? A lot of teams, they have their fast bowlers for the middle overs when you're going to senior countries. So at the end of the day, I don't understand now why we're sticking to this Shea Hope batting at number 4 now, right? I understand before it was because we wanted Shea Hope to combat spin in the middle. I don't think there is a need to combat spin in the middle anymore, given that we're not going to the subcontinent. Second thing is the bowling. Our bowling is tremendously weak. No disrespect to Shamar Joseph, Matthew Ford, and even to some extent Jaden Seals, right? I think pretty much Alzari is the one carrying the seam attack. Spin attack, Ruston Chase is going to do decent. He's going to hold up an end. Ruston Chase is always going to be economical, but Ruston Chase is not the guy who's going to be taking 4 for 40, 4 for 47. You can expect Ruston Chase to give you 1 for 50 from 10, 1 for 53, 1 for 47. Some decent figures you'll get from Ruston Chase. But you're not going to be getting from Ruston Chase, you're not going to be getting 3 for 37, 3 for 31, 4 for 30. You're not going to get that like Azari, right? So I think our bowling is very weak. It's very weak, and we have a lot of work to do in terms of the bowling department. So personally speaking, I don't even know what to tell you. I just know that the bowling is weak and we need to do something. We need to try and figure out either we're going to let Alzari open the bowling, but then Alzari's 10 overs is so critical where he's probably more impactful bowling in the middle of the innings, where they're letting him bowl now in power play 2 from overs 11 to 40. His overs are so impactful where I don't even know, but if we're going to stick to Jaden Seals, Matthew Ford, I think both of them can't play. So I think, I know if Romari Shepherd was back, Romario would have been playing instead of Matthew Ford. But at the end of the day, I still think our bowling is just too weak. Jaden is going to swing the new ball, so he's going to take up one end. But now we need to get another power play bowler, whether it's going to be Shepherd, whether it's going to be Shamar Joseph. We need another opening seamer who's going to be a wicket taker up front. So we need to figure that out. The next World Cup is in South Africa. So we need a spinner. Apart from Ruston Chase, we need a spinner that's going to be very attacking. We already have Chase to be the defensive spinner. Moutis' form looks atrocious. It looks very atrocious. So that's something we're going to have to work on. So yeah. So 2 things. Our bowling is weak and White is weak. We need an attacking opening bowler and we need an attacking spinner. Right? That's what we're searching for. So the next Super 50 guys can put their hands up and show that, listen, hey, Sammy, I can take the new ball alongside Jaden Seals, or if Matthew Ford is playing, I can take the new ball alongside Matthew Ford. But it definitely can't be Matthew Ford and Jaden Seals unless the ball is just hooping around. But apart from that, if it's not hooping around, clearly we can't have both of them together, right? Number 3, fielding. I didn't know I would have to say this, but our fielding was atrocious. Ground fielding, catches, even in the last game. 240, I run a ball 240, England play 40 over competition. There's no way you should be giving England 240 in a 40 over game. But we did well to get to 240, so you take it. But the fielding did not help. Rutherford, he's been an impact sub in the IPL. You know why? Rutherford's fielding is poor, and in the Indian Premier League, they quickly assess that, listen, Rutherford is not one of the better fielders. So he's been used as an impact sub to just bat, and that's it. And you can see why Rutherford was an impact sub now. That catch after bowling of Alzari, Ben Duckett, he covered the ground, and that should have been taken. That should have been taken, Rutherford. Justin Greaves in at short cover and short mid-wicket, and that was a dolly. Dropped off Moti. The feeling is horrendous. I also remember a couple, again, not to single out Justin Greaves, couple balls that beat him, gone through him legs, that they end up get twos, right? Joe Root get some couple of twos that I thought those should have been singles. Justin Greaves in short cover or short mid-wicket balls beating him to his left or to his right. And I thought those were easy to stop, man, at international level. So our feeling is very poor. So we got to work on those 3 things. So guys, just tell me, what is your thought? Right? I am on my way to work, but guess what? We're always rallying around West Indies cricket. Rally, rally, rally. And as we rally, I'm here just listening to West Indies song. Before I leave, just take a piece of the tune. Fully charged up. Full of energy. So just rally, just rally, just rally.